Okay, hello everyone. Welcome from live in person at the McNamara Alumni Center and those of you who are joining us online. I am so excited to have you here. A quick introduction from me, if I have not had the opportunity to meet you yet, I am Jessica Berg. I'm the director of the Minnesota Cup. You are currently watching or participating in our final award ceremony for our 17th competition season, which is super exciting. I am part of a really fantastic team at the Home Center for Entrepreneurship that puts this competition on every year, and I'm so grateful that you are tuning in to help us celebrate the fantastic companies that participated this year. To tell you a little bit about what we do and what this season looked like, you're watching just a moment in time. You're going to see some fantastic companies up here on stage in just a little bit, but we actually had almost 2,000 people participate in our competition process this year, just from the state of Minnesota, which is super exciting. These are early stage companies, and they're earning less than $1 million a year in revenue, and they're truly just doing fantastic things. They are solving problems. They are creating new solutions, new businesses, and helping to grow our state's economy and just bring Minnesota even further up the map on the international stage for startups. So really excited to see that big number. It's the biggest participant number we've ever had. Across this, for those almost 2,000 people that applied, they chose one of our 9 divisions to apply to, and this is the culmination of 3 rounds of competition. So they started working with us and participating back in May, and have made it all the way here. So it's just one moment, it's this one big celebration right now, but keep in mind that they have done a ton of work and they have been through a few different gauntlets to get to this point. So we are super excited and really proud of all of them. The folks that you're seeing have really risen to the top of their division and the whole, that whole group of 2,000 folks who applied. So they're already definitely winners. For the Minnesota Cup as a whole, we are based at the Home Center for Entrepreneurship at the Carlson School of Management. We are part of a fantastic system and support within the University of Minnesota, but we operate like a not-for-profit. We fundraise all of the prize money that we give away every year. We operate largely thanks to the generosity of financial donors and a huge group of fantastic volunteers that includes mentors and judges. We would not be able to do the work that we do and serve all these companies without that support and generosity. And because of all of you tuning in, those of you who give your dollars and time, we have been able to give away, over our 17-year history, $4.4 million in early stage capital to Minnesota founders, taking no equity in exchange for those funds, which we're really, really proud of. It's not often easy for people who are in the earliest stage of starting a business to find that capital, and so we're grateful that you and your support has allowed us to give these funds away. Then we're also really proud of the success of the alumni of Minnesota Cup that have gone through our process. We by no means take credit for all of their success, but we're happy to be one part of their journey. And we have seen some incredible both exits, acquisitions, IPOs, and a lot of capital raised by our finalist alumni to the tune of more than $600 million. So we're super proud and excited for all of them and what they're going on to accomplish. I am now going to welcome up to the stage our very first runner-up pitcher, Ellen Crane from Homeschool Boss. So she's going to be joining me up here, and you can come on up whenever you're ready, Ellen. You can stand in the middle and use that whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Ellen Crane, and I'm the owner of Homeschool Boss. What we do is offer online standardized testing to homeschool families. And the thing that makes us different from the other homeschool testing companies is that we have really focused on giving excellent service. We aim to make the experience of homeschool testing what our parents expect. So quality testing that's easy and convenient, and it's working really well for us. We were excited to be part of the Minnesota Cup process, and anybody who's interested in knowing more about the homeschool market, I'd be happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ellen. Next up, we have the team from Clean Chickens. We're excited to have you. So Becky is here representing Clean Chickens. They took the runner-up spot in our food, ag, and beverage division this year.
Wow, it's awesome being here. Thanks for having us. So I'm Becky from Clean Chickens and Company. We are a mobile poultry process provider. We work with small, medium growers and families working on food sustainability. Our story started almost 20 years ago. We were raising about 2,000 to 2,500 birds north of Bemidji, about 45 miles, and we had to drive about 500 miles round trip to get our birds processed to be able to sell them in a farmer's market. And so fast forward almost 20 years, we relocated about 10 years ago. We had a child born with disabilities who needed some education and some medicine. And so 16 surgeries and about 250,000 pounds of chicken. We processed, this is our 5th season. And so we are the one and only mobile processing USDA certified plant for poultry in the whole United States. And so we have 8 different states reaching out, trying to get our units out to them. And then we have had a African country reach out as well because of our efficient process. So we're clean, we're mobile, and we're convenient, and we're here to help you with your birds. If you'd like more information, check us out on www.cleanchickens.com. Thank you.
Great job, Becky. Thank you. Next up, we have Paul from Boundary Care. Boundary Care was the runner-up in our general division.
Test. Hey. Sorry. So yeah, hi everybody. I'm Paul Carpenter and I'm a co-founder of Boundary Care, which is an app for iPhone and Apple Watch to help keep vulnerable people safe. So when my mother was diagnosed with dementia, we looked for tools to try to keep her safe at home, but there was nothing that was reliable and efficient and affordable on the market. I'm a software developer, and my father and co-founder has run a successful startup before, so we decided to launch Boundary Care. Here's how it works. The loved one wears an Apple Watch, and if she leaves a pre-existing safe zone or suffers a fall, Boundary Care sends a notification to the caregiver's phone. Then the caregiver can launch real-time emergency tracking, can call the loved one's watch, or they can dial 911 right from the app to take care of the situation. Boundary Care supports multiple caregivers and also has a whole bunch of little features to match every family's unique needs. Boundary Care has already helped hundreds of caregivers and patients, and with the help of the Minnesota Cup and a seed round that we're going to be starting to raise, we're going to bring that to the next level, because our goal is ultimately to reach all 18 million caregivers of dementia patients in America to help ease their burdens and to help keep their loved ones safe. Thank you.
Nice job. Okay, so next we are going to welcome up Dion Gums from Gen Equity. Gen Equity was the runner-up in our Impact Ventures division. I'll go to it next when you're ready. You tell me when you're ready.
Thank you very much. Whew. Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Gums. I'm CEO and founder of Gen Equity, and we are building one smart digital solution to expand financial access to those that decide to tackle the 2 ways to build wealth in America. one of which is home ownership, the other is business ownership. So we do know that the two ways to build wealth transfer and wealth in this country, for many of us, the American dream, is really building your own company is one, getting your own home is the other. What we have seen over the past 15 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 100 years, if you've been in banking as long as I have been, not 100 but 25, is that the notion of financial inclusion has been very, very lacking in this country, and that has nothing to necessarily do with race, creed, or gender, but it has a lot to do with race, creed, or gender. And so what we have done with Gen Equity is we have decided to really build financial tools that aggregate different forms of data that expand what banks, other financial lenders, and other financial institutions are able to do in terms of allowing businesses to really rethink how their financial picture can be. So our main application aggregates accounting information and banking information across multiple bank accounts to really help small businesses across our great country see what their business looks like in real time. Very, very new, very, very different. Many of you are probably thinking, oh, QuickBooks does that. QuickBooks is backward looking. It's an accounting information made for accountants. If any of you have started a company, you're not accountants. And so you understand that giving companies real-time financial health insights into their business, but also allowing their financial institutions to help them get better, to the tune of 89% of folks that have said in this new digitization age, that's what they're looking for their banks. How can we allow more people to move towards the middle and get beyond just being small businesses, but really being institutions that grow, scale with financial data, which is the number one reason that many companies fail. So
Thank you, Dion.
that's what we've done, and we're looking forward to working with everyone. So thank you.
Congrats. Good job. You can bring them in. Okay, next up is the runner-up in our Life Science and Health IT division, Channel Health.
Thank you. My name is Jared Sealing. I'm the founder of Channel Health. Every year in the US, over 7 million patients are hospitalized from a cardiac event, such as a heart attack. And within just a few months after going home, 1 in 3 of these patients ends up back in the hospital with complications. Now, the number one treatment out there today for these patients, better than any drug, is a program called cardiac rehab. But unfortunately, 80% of patients don't get cardiac rehab because of limits in access, it costs too much, or they need to go back to the hospital 3 days a week for 3 months. So, to fix this problem, Channel Health has created a virtual cardiac rehab program. This integrates into their hospital care, but it allows the patients to rehab at home and on their own schedule. So through our mobile app, the patient gets a personalized care plan supported by a real live clinician, and they are able to address aspects of their risk factors such as exercise, nutrition, stress management, medication management, among others. Today, Channel Health is live in 40 hospitals. We've been able to double the number of patients that participate in rehab, and we've been able to improve outcomes, such as 80% of patients gain control of their blood pressure. So we're Channel Health, and we're reinventing cardiovascular care to give patients better access, better outcomes, and a better quality of life. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Morgan from TILO. TILO was the runner-up in our student division.
Good evening. Oop, we good? All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Morgan. I'm a co-founder of TILO, a company developing the first significant innovation to the rollator walker in over 40 years. Millions currently rely on rollators to stay mobile, but the device actually results in over 40,000 emergency room visits every year, adding to the nearly $50 billion spent on falls in the US annually, but more importantly, often leading to the loss of independence for the users who suffer them. Current rollators do this because they shift a user's weight onto a set of wheels that can easily shoot out in front of them. This is why our patent-pending design lives behind the user versus in front, with integrated back support to prevent it from rolling ahead. By placing the user at its center, the handles can act like parallel bars, allowing users to take natural strides while also maintaining proper walking habits. Additionally, it opens them up to the world so they are seen first, not the rollator. With integrated load cells and wheel encoders, the device can measure distance, speed, and weight reliance, allowing users to use it as an activity tracker, especially for a population that cannot benefit from traditional wrist wearables. With Tilo's device, users can be confident in their mobility as they go out and live their active, independent lifestyles. Thank you.
Great job, Morgan. Thank you. Okay. Next up is Operation Serenity, led by Anjali Donthi. Sorry, Anjali. Anjali and Operation Serenity got the runner-up spot in our youth division this year.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Anjali Donthi, founder of CAST Technologies. So surgery can be scary for anyone, especially for the 3 million children that undergo anesthesia and surgery yearly in the United States alone. Although most children experience anxiety before surgery, over 60% of these children, almost 2 million, report feeling significant fear about the anticipated pain of surgery and the separation from their parents. It does not help that surgery is a very difficult and intimidating topic for parents and medical staff to explain. This can also lead to worsened surgery results. So we created our app, Operation Serenity, the app that fully prepares pediatric patients for their surgery. Our app combines methods of educational and emotional support that have been proven to help patients. Pediatric patients can access interactive, kid-friendly surgery simulations, explore educational tools such as videos and articles, and receive emotional community support through our local resource feature. So help us improve the healthcare experience for patients, families, and medical staff. Thank you.
Good job, Anjali. So now it is your turn, both at home and in the audience, to vote for your favorite pitch among those runner-up pitches. It is a hard choice. They didn't have a ton of time, but I think they did a wonderful job conveying the gist of their business in a really short amount of time. So please take a couple minutes, pick your favorite company. They will take home a $1,000 prize. So this isn't just chump change. You can really make an impact on these businesses. While you all are voting, we are going to take a little bit of a break from the pitch program, and I'm going to welcome up John Stavig, the Managing Director of the Home Center for Entrepreneurship, to talk to you a little bit about our mentors and share the folks that are lucky enough to take home our Mentor of the Year award for 2021. And here comes John.
Great, thanks Jessica. So it's been my pleasure to have been a part of the Minnesota Cup since inception back in 2005, and while we've always taken great pride in the what's now $4.4 million in cash prizes that we dangle as the carrot for the companies to participate, we've always also realized that the most valuable piece of this competition are the connections that the teams form with the volunteer mentors. So it was fun to read the Star Tribune column today of Neil St. Anthony, which referenced chromatic 3D materials, and where they were talking about Don Kaiser, who has been a longtime mentor for the Minnesota Cup, and how he connected the founder with their first customer. And just seeing that impact, I think kind of brings home the point, and it's so fun to see these relationships that oftentimes have lasted a decade or more. So I see a number of mentors here with us tonight, but also wanted to recognize in that spirit kind of the three of the mentors that received exceptional feedback from their teams this year. And we started up, I think about a half dozen years ago, recognizing these volunteer mentors as a way to thank them for their efforts and to encourage others in the community to join them. So the three individuals I'd like to call out and welcome to the Minnesota Cup Mentor Hall of Fame are Ann Schulte, Greg Hoyt, and Allison Mern. First, Ann is a healthcare expert who leverages her experience to give back to the entrepreneurial community. She's very involved as an executive in residence right here in the Venture Center at the University of Minnesota. She has a long history at both Medtronic and St. Jude. In addition to earning her MBA from the Carlson School, she also started her career as an equity analyst and kind of earned her chops in the healthcare world working at Cornerstone Capital Management. Ann's mentees welcomed her feedback, saying, "Ann is tremendous, incredibly knowledgeable in my space, and she provided great advice and coaching. She is a positive and cheerful mentor who is patient, took the time to give quality feedback, and made time out of her busy schedule to meet with us." Thank you, Ann. All right. Greg Hoyt is a familiar name in the Twin Cities entrepreneurial community through his ownership of Rustica Bakery and the recent launch of the Gather Venture Group, where he currently leads their efforts to invest in and advise the next wave of emerging food companies in Minnesota. Greg's fascinating background includes being part of the original founding team at Caribou Coffee, as well as founding both Bull Run Roasting Company and the Dogwood Cafe. Greg's teams this year noted how he was an awesome cheerleader and motivator, while also providing content knowledge, the best kind of mentor. They went on to say that Greg provided knowledge and perspectives in the industry that match and matter to our work. Simply put, Greg is fantastic. Thank you, Greg. Our final mentor of the year is Allison Mern, and I'm proud to call Allison a colleague at the Carlson School, where she teaches a broad range of marketing classes in both the undergraduate and MBA curriculum. Allison leverages her experience from Procter & Gamble, Cameron's Coffee, and Aveda to educate our students, and this summer also helped to launch a new marketing education series as part of the Minnesota Cup, specifically designed for Minnesota Cup participants. Allison's teams commented that Allison was really fantastic, numerous exclamation points. I am aware that we were not a traditional applicant, and Allison made us feel welcome and valid to be in this competition. She was a great listener, was very insightful, and gave really helpful feedback. Thank you, Allison. So please join me in thanking Allison, Greg, and Ann, and the more than 100 mentors that helped with the companies through the last couple of months, but hopefully stay involved with them over time. Thank you again.
Okay, so during this little break, before we begin to welcome up some of our special prize award presenters, I am excited to see who the winner of the best pitch for the runners-up were. So I will see who it is at the same time as you. We can switch over to that slide whenever y'all are ready. Awesome, congratulations, Tilo. Woo. Way to go, Morgan. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead in the slides really fast to the special prize awards. And I'm excited and just can't wait to welcome up Pam Bishop from the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation, along with her team member. We're really excited to have them, and I will just turn it over to Pam.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh.
Thank you, Jessica. There we go. Okay. Well, it's a pleasure. Good evening. I'm Pam Bishop.
And I'm Maddie Fisher from the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation.
It's our pleasure to be here tonight. We've been so proud to be part of MinCup for many, many years. And typically, each year we provide a cash award to what we believe is the best in our region. We cover 20 counties in south central, southeastern Minnesota. We're based in Owatonna, and we cover such areas as early childhood and economic development. But we are so excited this evening in particular because we just don't have one best, we have three bests, if we can say that. And so we are awarding $5,000 each to Sherpa, Nano Dropper, and Canomeeks. Congratulations.
And if y'all would like, you can come up and receive your checks from Pam. She has the actual check in her hand, so you're gonna want to grab it from her. Congrats, and once again, it's Kenomics, Nano Dropper, and Sherpa. Congrats and thank you. Wonderful. So our next presenter is Commissioner Peter Tester. He is joining us from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. We are really excited to include their award for the very first time. They are here to support a Green Chemistry Prize, and I will just turn it over to Commissioner Tester.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We're really excited to be here to be able to celebrate sort of the innovation and the entrepreneurship of some incredible business companies. You know, innovation is at the heart of economic vitality. And innovation, whether it comes from whatever sector in Minnesota and around the country, from education to energy, it creates jobs. And those jobs help the social and sort of moral fabric of our communities. They help create opportunities for education, and they also provide for a cleaner, healthier, safer environment. And it is that combination of the economy and the environment and people's lives that the agency and the Walz administration is trying to make a major effort in improving the state of Minnesotans all over. The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, which I'm the commissioner of, is the state's version of the Environmental Protection Agency, and so our goal is to protect human health and the environment. And we focus a lot on preventing and reducing pollution. Pollution prevention pays is an adage that some of you might have heard before, but what it really strives for is to look at elements like product stewardship and innovation, and how do we reduce pollution from going into the environment in the first place, because the cost of cleaning up pollution, the cost of recycling and reusing is far greater if we can't prevent it in the first place. And so companies that are involved in sustainable green chemistry, that are looking at alternatives to more toxic chemicals, are a real critical component of Minnesota's green economy. And it is a green economy. We have tremendous growth and developmental potential across the spectrum, from solar panels to chemistry. And so the Pollution Control Agency, which works in those schemes, is delighted to be able to present an award this year for the first time. I'd also just want to thank the University of Minnesota. We also work with the Minnesota Technical Assistance Council, which is another part of the university, that seconds scientists in with Minnesota young businesses to help them improve their economic and sort of environmental impact. And it's been another great collaboration between state agencies and this incredible institution. So I'm excited to announce the new initiative, which is a new Green Chemistry and Sustainable Award. The honor this year, which is the first time it's been given out, is a $10,000 prize for Bright Planet Pet. And this is a company that has been utilizing more sustainable and safer chemistries for pet food. I forget how many millions of pets there are in the United States, and I also forget the disposal cost of all of that waste food that goes out, but it is an incredible sort of environmental footprint, and this company has looked at new sustainable ways of utilizing some plant-based materials so that they reduce their impact both at the front end about the ingredients that they're bringing in, as well as the health of the animal. And at the back end, the disposal of some of the packaging and goods and everything is also green. So it's really a life cycle product stewardship example of incredible work by them. Congratulations to them as well, and I'd just like to thank all the judges that came from many of the companies here, from Target and Ecolab. The University of Minnesota Chemistry Council were wonderful in helping to launch this. So congratulations to Bright Planet Pet, and thanks very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Chester. So next up is Liz Carraro, who is joining us from Securian Financial. Securian has been supporting Minnesota Cup competitors with this special prize award for now 6 years, which is really exciting. They were one of the first to step forward and try to find creative ways to offer additional cash prizes to people above and beyond the division awards. So I'm really grateful and excited to welcome Liz.
Good evening. My name is Liz Carraro, and I am honored to represent Securian Financial here tonight as we celebrate amazing entrepreneurs from across the state of Minnesota. For those unfamiliar with Securian, we are a Fortune 500 company headquartered in downtown St. Paul, and we offer insurance, investment, and retirement solutions to both individual and institutional customers. Throughout our 140 years in business, we have remained committed to the Twin Cities and supporting those working to make and grow the local economy and the future of our region. Sponsoring the Minnesota Cup is just one way in which we look to support the future of our home. At Securian Financial, we believe that family, no matter how you define it, is the most important asset. As such, we are thrilled to award a $10,000 special prize to the company whose innovation makes it easier to put family first. There were many great companies to choose from this year, all tackling critical problems for families. After an internal pitch session for Securian Associates, one stood out, however, for their potential impact on families. Families including a young mother with multiple sclerosis who benefited from increased energy and mobility to play with her young child due to this team's product. Without further ado, I am pleased to announce that a diverse panel of Securian Financial Associates has selected TILO as this year's winner. Congratulations.
Congrats. Okay, I'm going to skip back. Our slides were a little out of order, but I think now there shouldn't be any spoilers. Okay, wonderful. So I am really proud and excited to welcome up David Rudolph, who is Managing Director and Region Manager of JP Morgan Chase. He is here to represent both JP Morgan and MEDA and to present the award that they have been co-sponsoring since 2016. Thanks, David.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. On behalf of my colleagues at JP Morgan Chase, as well as our friends at MEDA, really appreciative to be here tonight. Normally, I'd be joined on stage by MEDA's President and CEO, Alfredo Martel. Unfortunately, he is unable to be here tonight and sends his regrets. I'd like to start by first off saying thank you and congratulating all the entrepreneurs throughout the competition. Thank everybody at the Minnesota Cup, the Carlson School, and the Holmes Center for Entrepreneurship for creating this forum, which provides access to education, mentorship, and support to Minnesota's entrepreneurs as they seek to launch and accelerate their businesses. This is crucial for all entrepreneurs, but in particular for BIPOC entrepreneurs who strive to close the gap in resources that have historically been made available to them. JP Morgan Chase is committed to supporting BIPOC-led businesses and reducing the barriers they face to grow and scale. We're committed to promoting the growth of Black and Latinx-owned small businesses, and we're taking action. As our previously announced path forward, we will be providing an additional 15,000 loans to small businesses in majority Black and Latinx communities, totaling up to $2 billion over the next 5 years. In addition, we're going to increase our spend by $750 million with Black and Latinx suppliers. Locally, we're also proud to announce that we're supporting local-led CDFIs, including the African Development Center, the African Economic Development Solutions, the Latino Economic Development Center, and the Northside Economic Opportunity Network, as well as our long-term partner, MEDA, who for over 50 years has supported over 20,000 BIPOC entrepreneurs and more than 500 new businesses right here in Minnesota. This year represents the 6th year that JP Morgan Chase and MEDA have partnered to award the prize of the BIPOC-led division finalist here at the Min Cup. And once again, I want to congratulate all the entrepreneurs. It was a very difficult decision, and now I have the distinct honor to announce the winner of the Innovative BIPOC Entrepreneur, which along with it comes a $25,000 cash prize, and the winner is TILO.
Have your whole team come up, everybody. Congrats. Okay, that was a big one. That's very exciting. So we just keep growing the amount. I'm going to welcome up to the stage Rick Gage, who is chair of Carlson Companies and a trustee of the Carlson Family Foundation. The Carlson Family Foundation is a tremendous sustaining supporter of the entire Minnesota Cup competition. They were an integral part of the forming of our Impact Ventures division, and really is a tremendous partner in a lot of the different work and educational opportunities across the Carlson School. So we're really grateful to have Rick here, and excited to hear the winners of their prizes.
Thank you for that. I am incredibly excited to be here as well. I was telling Sri and some of the other finalists during our cocktail hour that that my father passed away last, 2019, beginning of the year, and so it makes this a little sentimental for me because I have very vivid memories of how engaged he was in the early years here as well, and how much he loved being a part of it, and I think that sort of modeled for me what an amazing organization it is, and how much I would like a chance to be involved with it. So I got to participate in the final judging this year, and it was all it was cracked up to be. It was really an amazing experience, so thank you for having me as well. We, as a family, have been involved in this effort for quite a while, but also as a family foundation. And I think that works so well because it's an event that touches on so many different areas, both for our family as well as for the foundation and its focus areas. In one single place, it lets us participate and partner and support the university and the Carlson School. It lets us focus on our priority areas of education and job creation and the cultural and business vibrancy of our Minnesota community. It lets us help to expand opportunity and equity in a very core and tangible way. And finally, it lets us support and encourage a new generation of entrepreneurship and innovation right here in our backyard. So I'd be hard-pressed to think of another sort of single endeavor that so squarely aligns with both the family's philosophy on what's important in life and the foundation's focus areas of where we think it's important to support and play a role. So today, I have the distinct honor of announcing two special prize categories. The first is the prize for a woman-led startup. And it was very interesting and heartening participating in the judging and broadly seeing the diversity of the field of entrepreneur applicants, both in gender, in ethnicity, in age, and background, across the board. Change is never as fast as I think we would all like it, but clearly we're moving in the right direction. So on the women-led startup, we actually turned over the judging to a young female executive we have at Carlson Private Capital to go through and make the selection. And I can tell you, for a $25,000 grant, I am so proud to announce from a very, very crowded field, the prize for the woman-led venture goes to Coravi Medical.
Awesome. I think you're good. You got it.
I got really nervous when they early said that somebody had check in hand because I started checking my pockets. I do not have a check to give to anybody, but I'm sure we will get it handled. So the next award that I have the honor of presenting is for a veteran-led startup. And this category lets us not only give special attention and gratitude to a group that really has sacrificed and given so much to all of us as a society, but also to call out the unique skills and quality that this type of service can instill in a leader and its utility in getting a startup going. We, along the same lines, we turned over the advice and the judging on this piece to a gentleman who runs our military and government contracts for CWT for the travel industry for some special insight. And it is my pleasure to announce the prize for the veteran-led startup goes to Seraph 7 Studios. Please join me in congratulating them as well.
And unfortunately, Jules couldn't be here to receive the award because she is also in the running for the Meet $1 Million Challenge, and they've got a rehearsal tonight, but we're super proud of Jules, and I know that she is extremely grateful for this honor. So thank you, Rick.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay, and coming up next is, I can tell it is not Steve Grove. So don't be too shocked, but I'm really honored to welcome up a friend and coworker in the startup ecosystem, Neela Molgard, who runs Launch Minnesota and works in close partnership with Commissioner Grove at Indeed. Welcome,
Yep.
Neela.
Thank you, Jessica. And Commissioner Grove planned to be here. He's probably parking at the moment, and he would have really, really loved to be able to do this. It's just been such a fun event so far.
Oh, Neela, you may have lost it.
I've had the honor of attending several sessions so far, and the energy and the enthusiasm is just spectacular. Our startup community is thriving, and I know people are loving being back together. And it's wonderful we can also still have this virtual platform. I'm Neela Molgard, as Jessica said, the Executive Director of Launch Minnesota, an initiative by our state's Agency of Employment and Economic Development. It's our Commissioner, Steve Grove. I just want to thank Jessica Berg with MinCup, all that she's done, Jamie, her team. I mean, a huge round of applause. John Stavik for his leadership. This is the largest statewide venture competition in the nation. They do an incredible job reaching corner to corner of the state and really elevating the innovators across the state and getting them connected, like John just mentioned, with mentors and resources that they wouldn't have had otherwise. They are our statewide partner with Launch Minnesota, and just incredible what we can do together, really leveraging our strengths of our university and the state agency to really wrap around some services that would not have been able to be there otherwise. Launch Minnesota is really trying to empower and elevate Minnesota's innovation ecosystem. We connect, convene, and catalyze entrepreneurial efforts across the state by bringing people together, public and private partners, diverse industries and sectors, all to help the entrepreneur. We do that by increasing access to capital, statewide connectivity, and with expertise through partners like the University of Minnesota. So, without further ado, DEED has 2 awards for entrepreneurs here tonight, and the decision was hard. Are there slides, or I don't want to do the wrong order? All right. So the first award is the Greater MN Impact Award. And as Pam Bishop with the Smith Foundation mentioned, there was a large showing in Greater Minnesota this year, which is just wonderful to see, and we hope those numbers just continue to grow year after year. But this year, we selected Kenomics, Lena, for the Greater MN Impact Award. Congratulations, Lena, with Kenomics. I don't have a check with me, but do a photo? Okay, yeah. I've had the privilege of knowing her for a handful of years, and it's been fun to watch from afar her continued progress and success. So congratulations, Lena, on your work in Greater Minnesota. Our next award for $10,000 is for a woman innovating in tech. And obviously there are many of you here tonight, which we love to see those women innovating in tech. But this individual has really just been an incredible use of our ecosystem. She's an innovation grantee. She's part of our Angel Tax Credit Program. She was part of Discovery Launchpad MN, a new program formed with the university. She's part of the MinCore training that is free because of our statewide partnership. And we have seen her continued growth. And it's been an absolute honor and joy to work with her. I'd like to invite Amy with Coravi to come up for a woman innovating in tech. So I see that Commissioner Grove just called, so I'm sure he's sending his best wishes to all of you, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you to MinCup Competition.
Thank you, Neela. She is often my a partner in having to be flexible and make things work when something unexpected happens. So congratulations to the recipients of Deeds Awards and to all of the special prize winners. We're so grateful to these partner organizations for increasing the prize money that we're able to direct to our competitors. So thank you so much. Without further ado, I'm going to do a quick check at the back of the room, make sure that our division winners are ready. But we are getting into the next phase of our program where we are going to have the winners of our 9 divisions each come up and pitch for 3 minutes with 3 slides. So they will have a little bit more airtime to share their business concept with you. But these winners across the board have taken home already $25,000 as a result of winning the division. These division winners were selected by a fantastic panel of volunteer judges, a different panel of judges for each division. They submitted a business plan, pitch deck, and a 1-minute video as our other semifinalists did, and they rose to the top of that incredibly crowded field of impressive early stage businesses. So you're about to see a group of people who are already winners, and they are among those vying for the $50,000 grand prize that we'll all find out together who won that at the end of the award program. So there's a little context for you, and I will, without further ado, welcome up Josh from Proserva. And I'm going to get the timer ready too. I'll try to be kind if you go over, but I might give you a nudge.
All right. So my name is Josh Thelman. I am the founder of Proserva, a growth and development learning management system for educational institutions. Now, the market is vast for teacher professional development. In fact, $18 billion is spent annually, and this is mandatory funding per federal Title II funding, meaning every year these dollars are being spent. Currently, there are approximately 4 million teachers teaching in the U.S. This number is expected to climb to 4.5 million by the end of the decade. Now, as a former elementary school educator and concerned citizen, what alarms me is that although all this money is being spent, it is highly, highly ineffective. Over 70% of teachers find the professional development to be ineffective. They're observed for over 30 million hours annually. Yet after several years of this professional learning, only 3 out of 10 teachers show progress. In fact, 2 out of 10 actually regress in terms of student outcomes. At Proserva, we're taking all of the requirements necessary for licensure and relicensure and putting them all in one location. And we're doing this by putting students first. Real-time classroom insights recommend the professional learning that our teachers are going through. We all have different strengths, areas for growth, and we know that each classroom is different. So this data, this insight is informing the professional learning that our teachers are going through, and we're seeing results. In a study done with Chicago Public Schools, content created by myself, we saw, 100% of teachers showed growth, and our platform is now being used at the state level, piloted for licensing teachers. Thank you.
Congrats, Josh. I'm going to take your mic from you. So I'm going to sanitize this. You're seeing some of the behind-the-scenes activities that we're completing this year to make sure that we're COVID safe, but we're down a mic, so here you go, Joe. And Joe, you'll have to click it forward too. Sorry about that.
Hi everybody, I'm Joe Strumman with 2040 Energy. All right, so this is a boiler and hot water radiators. Raise your hand if you have one of these in your house. I know some of you do. And you're not alone. There are about 80,000 homes in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area heated with radiators. There are about 6 million of these homes nationwide. And they currently, the only viable way to power these radiators is with boilers running fossil fuels, natural gas, fuel oil, propane. There's a whole clean tech industry related to building heat, but this sector has been totally ignored. There's government support for clean tech in heating and building heat in general. There are subsidies available for products that work to heat homes without direct carbon emissions. Heat pumps lower emissions by 50% or more, but there's no product that serves this market right now. So that's what we are doing at 2040 Energy. Renewal Boiler is a heat pump for radiators. It allows you to replace your gas or oil boiler with a heat pump, which runs on electricity, is 3 times as efficient as traditional electric heat, and will lower your carbon emissions by 50 to 100%, while maintaining cost parity with natural gas. There are some technology challenges associated with this. We are using a unique refrigerant, which is the chemical that heat pumps run on, that allows us to achieve extremely hot water temperatures. We're also using an energy recovery device from the internal heat pump process that allows us to operate at extremely cold outdoor temperatures. So we believe our product is going to be able to work at temperatures as low as -30, -40 degrees, while powering your radiators with 170-degree hot water like they need in those extremely cold temperatures. On top of this, the product is going to be a real digital internet native product. It's going to be web connected. It's going to be continually tracking its performance, so we know about potential problems before they happen. Now we're going to be installing these directly ourselves. This is a new product. It's a disruption to the market. It doesn't fit well into the existing distribution chain, so we're going to fill this need ourselves. We're going to be operating installation services in Minneapolis, in New York City, and in Burlington, Vermont to start. Burlington's a small market, but it has huge subsidies. Now our team, right now, I'm a solo founder. That's me, Joe Strumman. I've been working on this company in some form for 3 years. But I'm not working alone. I've got a great team of advisors. Marty Morud owns and operates a solar company locally. Steve Flagg is chairman of Quality Bike Products, a large bicycle part distribution company. And Tim Chapp is a refrigeration expert. He's helping me with the technology side of the heat pumps. And I want to grow the team. My next steps is to wrap up the prototype and hire some engineers to help develop this into a real product that we'll be able to launch into the market next year and run our own installations. I can see there's an early picture of the prototype here in my garage. I'm still working out of there. So I'm eager to meet anybody who wants to be part of this business, whether as a customer or an employee or any business partner. Please reach out to me. My email is there below. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe. That was like perfect timing. My little phone alarm is going off. So good 3 minute timing, Joe. Okay, next up is Lena. You have a clicker, right? Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lena Pradhan-Knapstick. I am the CEO and co-founder of Kenomics, a B2B company making food as medicine a reality. We are a group of founders who are clinicians and scientists who have collaborated over many years at Harvard Medical School. And we started Kenomics in an effort to bring science to the functional food, functional beverage, and dietary supplement industry. Consumers in this industry are often confused, and marketing in this industry is chaotic, it's overwhelming, so it has a lot of unsubstantiated claims riddled with prosecutions and litigations. It's like the wild, wild west. And the CPG and the ingredient companies in this industry face challenges related to compliance, consumers, and supply chain. But the common theme across all of these challenges is really lack of scientific validation. So we bring our technology to this industry. It is science-based technology, and using genomics, bioinformatics, and AI, we have developed our product superiority platform, which powers our 3 separate solutions: product validation, ingredient certification and testing, and product invention. So using our customized product validation solution, our customers test the biological safety and efficacy of their products. That helps them support their nutritional claims and also helps them design efficient clinical trials. We are already providing this service to large ingredient and nutritional companies, and they have saved over $15 million in R&D costs, and we made over $240K in revenues last year and doubling that this year already. And using customer insights from our product validation solution, we developed our scalable ingredient testing and certification solution. And using our patentable test, we can measure the biological efficacy of ingredients for every batch. These ingredients, they come from all over the world, from fragmented supply chains. And the current way of testing them is inadequate. And it exposes them to compliance risk and market risk. So, when an ingredient passes our test, our customers also get a Can Trust by Economics certification seal on their packaging. So when a consumer sees that, they know that this is a quality product that they can test. And the first test that we'll be launching is for CBD. And our most forward-looking solution is product invention. Using our groundbreaking gene-tune technology, we can design formulations to target chronic health conditions and wellness outcomes. So this is the first time science-backed formulations will be developed. And moreover, gene-tune can also be used for personalized nutrition. So, for example, you can now design formulations for individuals based on their current health and wellness status. This is a huge global problem, but this is also a $500 billion opportunity. This map shows where some of our current global customers are located and where we are getting a lot of our inbound leads from. These customers are coming to us, and we are already becoming the go-to science company for major industry leaders. So join us on this exciting journey of making food as medicine a reality, aligned with our mission of bringing truth, transparency, and trust to this industry. Thank you.
Great job, Lena. Next, I'm going to invite up another Joe, who is the CEO of Towel.
Great. Thank you. I'm Joe, and the original idea for the Towel came to me at kind of a bad moment. I was traveling in a foreign country. I was racing to make it to the airport on time. I was stressed. I was tired. I was exhausted, maybe a little bit irritable, and I felt gross. I had that gritty feeling on my skin that comes from dried sweat. And as I sat down on the plane, a wonderful flight attendant came over and gave me this hot, steaming, wet towel. And after I looked around to figure out what I was supposed to do with it, I put it on my skin, and in that moment, I melted. It felt incredible. I started to feel refreshed. That gritty feeling started to go away. My racing thoughts started to slow down. I felt relaxed. That was the original moment, and my co-founder and I spent 3 years working on nights and weekends, part-time, while we still had our full-time jobs, developing a product that could deliver that moment anytime, anywhere. We call that product the Towel. It looks like this, and the way that it works is that you squeeze one side. That activates an instant cooling reaction that drops over 20 degrees instantly. It lasts between 10 and 20 minutes. And the outside of it is soft towel material and has a light peppermint scent. It cools, it cleans, you feel refreshed, and you can take it with you anytime, anywhere. The Atal is great for travelers, it's great for athletes, it's great for people at the Minnesota State Fair, and ultimately we think it's great for everyone. So we think of the Atal as the instant hand warmer of the summer, a product that sells over 180 million units annually. But we're not there yet, we're just a startup here. But we have good traction. We've sold thousands of units on Amazon and to small retailers. And our next steps are to expand to larger retail, to expand our production capacity at our St. Paul production facility. And we're also currently raising money and looking to add an experienced brand builder to the team. So we joined the Minnesota Cup to meet talented entrepreneurial people like everyone watching here. So if you're at all interested in or know somebody who might be, or you think I might be able to help you in some way, please contact me. My name is Joe Mullenbach. I'm available on LinkedIn, and my email is there, joe@agoods.com. Thank you.
Great job, Joe. Another perfectly timed 3 minutes. I love that punctuality. Next, I'm going to invite up to the stage a representative from Sherpa. We are really proud of the fantastic co-founders of Sherpa who have been part of the Minnesota Cup now. I believe this is their third time participating. They are out at a really big trade show and conference sharing their product. So we have the wonderful Hannah Engel here to present on behalf of Sherpa.
Hi, my name is Hannah Engel. I am the marketing manager at Sherpa, and we are a travel platform that's all about making it fun and easy to share and discover adventures in your community. We provide creators with a platform that's best for sharing their travel experiences that allows travelers then to follow along and explore like a local. We started in southern Minnesota, and with the help of Explore Minnesota and other organizations, we are growing throughout our state rather quickly. To date, we are partnering with over 50 communities while also expanding into the surrounding states as well. As you can see from the logos, we are working with communities of all different sizes, from small communities like St. Joseph and Caledonia, all the way up to bigger tourism destinations like Duluth, Brainerd, and Mall of America. So let's talk about the different sides of this multi-sided market. Currently, we are focused on creating the connection between creators and visitor bureaus and hotels. Paid collaborations are a standard way for visitor bureaus to promote the content in their local community and work with creators in doing that. Unfortunately, coordinating these paid collaborations can be extremely time-consuming for both the visitor bureaus and the creators. At Sherpa, we are building a connection between these two parties to create a more streamlined process that makes it easier and more enjoyable for both parties involved. For the creators, in addition to paid collaborations, we are providing them with a way to share their full experiences with photos, descriptions, and more structured content, allowing them to elaborate more on the details of their travel experiences rather than limiting them to just a star rating or a simple review. For visitor bureaus, in addition to paid collaborations, we enable them to invite and engage their local community by inviting in members of their community to share their perspectives, allowing for a more diverse set of voices to share everything that makes your community amazing. Now we're taking all of this content and we're bringing it together for hotels who are looking to build their guest experience through a digital concierge platform service, which we help them answer the age-old question of, what is there to do around here? For travelers, lastly, we go beyond the review sites, beyond the star ratings, to provide a full experience for them, to make it a more simple and approachable way to explore somewhere new. So no matter what side of the market you find yourself on, we would love for you to join us at Sherpa. Whether you're looking for a platform to share your best travel experiences, or you're looking to feature more content in your amazing community, or you're looking for the best place to explore somewhere new, head over to Sherpa.com where you can discover more and join us as we're helping promote local experiences and communities around Minnesota. Thank you.
Great job, Hannah. And also exactly 3 minutes. That was amazing. Next, I am going to invite up Mike Jackson, who is representing Black Tech Talent, which won our Impact Ventures division. If you want to click it forward one, Mike. And then you can start anytime you're ready.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mike Jackson. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Tech Talent. Black Tech Talent specializes in the hiring, engagement, and retention of Black employees. Our mission is to curate a pipeline of job opportunities, education, community, and what we call culturally specific content. I started working on this company in April of 2020, and we launched in July of 2020. So this means we launched in both a global pandemic and a global civil rights movement. And since our launch, we've won 4 awards. We've grown our community to over 4,000 members. We've worked with 30 plus corporations. And we hosted a summit that was a 3-day hybrid event that had attendance from 10 different countries. I started this company with just $12. Innovation is an idea brought to practical reality. Sometimes I forget that when I'm pitching against medical devices or companies that are using technology like AI, but the truth of the matter is fusing culture and fashion and technology in order to uplift the Black community is innovative. We're also working on an employer matching app. It operates similar to dating platforms such as Tinder, where we take the most important requirements from a job, the most relevant skill sets from an employee, and we fuse them together with mutual interest. We're in the testing phases of this. We have letters of intent already from Target, Ecolab, and Granicus. Moving forward, we plan on opening up chapters around the country using the data from our most active members from our online presence. Currently, New York, Atlanta, DC, and Houston are the markets we're looking at that participate the most in our online events. We're also going to open up a headquarters based here in Minnesota. We'll offer training services there as well as community events and activations. Moving forward to the end of the year, we are producing a community tech fest with the tagline, Imagine the Possibilities. The purpose of the Tech Fest, different from our summit, is to really bring the Black community in to understand how technology can change their lives, not just from an employment standpoint, but also from a service standpoint. We're happy to be here today with Minnesota Cup. It's an honor. Thank everybody for their time. We're out.
Great job, Mike. If you want to click forward, Amy, I see you coming. You can just, you've got the clicker now. Yeah, will you advance it to, just so that I can properly introduce you. Welcome on up to the stage, Amy from Coravi Medical. You've seen her up here a couple times because they have been the great recipient of some great prizes already, but you can now listen to her pitch. And while everybody is following along to these great division winners, be thinking about your favorites because we will have another voting opportunity towards the end. So without further ado, go for it, Amy.
Thank you, Jessica. I'm Amy Garza. I am the founder and CEO of Coravi Medical and so honored to be here. Coravi Medical will transform the paradigm for how blood pressure is monitored. Hypertension is a major health crisis, silently impacting over 1 billion people, leading to nearly 8 million deaths each year and costing the economy hundreds of billions of dollars. Chances are you know someone with high blood pressure because it affects 1 out of 3 adults, and every single one of these individuals has an increased risk of a stroke, a heart attack, heart disease, kidney disease, and more. No one wants to experience the devastating physical, emotional, and financial burden of one of these events. Monitoring your blood pressure with home blood pressure monitoring tools may not be enough to identify your risk, because the evidence is well established that blood pressure variability through continuous monitoring over day and night, and specifically at nighttime while one is sleeping, is associated with cardiovascular events and organ damage. Doctors need reliable, continuous blood pressure insights over day and night to inform treatment decisions, and they need that to be reliable. Coravi Medical is developing a comprehensive remote monitoring solution. This solution is based on our core technology, a continuous blood pressure monitor. Our solution is prescribed by a physician for a clinical need. It is not a consumer gadget. Once it's prescribed, it effortlessly monitors blood pressure, heart rate, activity. By arming physicians with actionable and timely insights, we can allow them to intervene in advance of a catastrophic event to potentially prevent that event from happening in the first place. And by arming patients and their loved ones with personalized health insights and customized motivations through a networked app, we can motivate improved behaviors to get blood pressure controlled. We've got traction. Just this year, starting the year out, we oversubscribed our seed round. We have demonstrated proof of concept through our animal and bench tests. We have met all of our milestones to date and are on track to continue to do that. We have also validated the market need and the superiority of our solution. Last, I want to say that Coravi Medical has the winning solution. Through the vision and passion that we have and an immense amount of drive, we will be successful. We have formed a comprehensive, amazing team. We are not just a group of scientists in the lab. We are a cross-functional executing machine that knows how to take an unmet need and turn it into a thriving business. Check us out, coravimedical.com, and we would love to share more.
Great job, Amy. Okay, so last but very much not least, we have our student division winner. If you want to click for it, Alyssa, just so they have an intro to you. I'm excited to introduce Alyssa Song, who is the CEO of Nano Dropper.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Song, CEO and co-founder of Nano Dropper, where we have created an eye drop bottle adapter that will save billions in medication waste, one drop at a time. So I'm sure many of you have used an eye drop before. Anyone? Yeah, I see some nodding heads. Perfect. So you know the drill. You tilt back your head, put in a drop, and there's always that little bit that trickles down your cheek. Well, that's because those drops are too big for the human eye. I first learned about this problem through an NPR article, and it turns out that these drops can be up to 5 times too big. And it really becomes a problem when medications like those for glaucoma can cost up to $500 per bottle. This means that this little bit of waste is contributing to a devastating financial barrier to care. To make matters worse, 25% of patients will run out before insurance will cover the next bottle. So this means every month, millions of people are at the pharmacy counter having to make the difficult decision of will they be able to make their rent, keep their financial stability, or their vision. So when the co-founders and I learned that there are decades of research showing that smaller droplets are actually safer and just as efficacious as larger ones, we decided that patients deserve better. And this is why we created Nano Dropper, the world's first adapter for eye drop medication bottles that reduces the drop to something that your eye can fully absorb. And this difference in 40 to 10 microliters, or what we call the ideal size drop, is how we extend bottles 3 to 4-fold, saving up to $2,500 per year per prescription. And our competitors have made smaller droplets, yes, but Nano Dropper is the only solution that both reduces the droplet size and the cost of the medication. So in the past 3 years, the 4 co-founders have been united and driven by our shared mission to combat health inequities. And while our humble beginnings took us a few tries, we quickly gathered traction with listing with the FDA, multiple patents granted, and more than 20 awards and recognitions to date. Most recently, we are joined by powerhouses like Golden Seeds and Ready from Rochester as part of our seed round, in addition to the United States Air Force with our SBIR contract. We took all of this traction and we were able to successfully launch June of last year and have quickly grown to more than 250 eye care clinics in the US. We have really exciting partnerships coming up, and all of this to ensure that we get Nano Dropper to every eye in need. So please come and check us out at nanodropper.com and see how we're changing the world one drop at a time. Thank you.
Nice job, Melissa. So now, I might need to get a clicker back. We're gonna just get to enjoy Nano Dropper's last slide up for a little bit longer. Here we go. So once again, at home and in the room, we are going to vote for the best pitch among those you just got to watch from our division winners. So we want to give you ample time. We are actually going to linger on this slide a little bit while you all vote before we announce the winner. We won't have a delay like we did last time with the Mentors of the Year, but truly, I just want to say congratulations again to all of these fantastic businesses. I know that it was a big deal and a huge accomplishment for them to achieve this division-winning spot. We are proud of all of them and just really excited for the opportunities and the problems that you're all solving. So we are betting on all of you and wish you all the best. I don't want to rush it, but how are we doing? I'm kind of checking out what folks are saying in the back of the room about the... Okay, we've got a winner. Okay, I think that the winner is coming. There we go. Nano Dropper. Congratulations, Alyssa. Okay, so we are nearing the end of our program, which is really exciting. It has seemed to really fly by for me. I don't know if that's just because I'm up here sweating, making sure the slides advance in the right order, but thank you all for following along and for being part of this incredible event. The next speaker that I am really honored to introduce is the Dean of the Carlson School of Management, Sri Zahir. Sri serves as the 12th Dean of the Carlson School of Management, where she also holds the Elmer L. Anderson Chair in Global Corporate Social Responsibility. She has been a long-time champion of Minnesota Cup and is very active in the local business community. She currently also serves as the chair of the board of the directors for the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis. So she is truly embedded in all different aspects of the Twin Cities business community. Please join me in welcoming Dean Zahir.
Thank you, everyone. As you wrestle over which of these wonderful presentations you're going to vote for, I just want to say, I'm just thrilled to be back here in person, and I know we'll always have some kind of hybrid version, I'm sure, going forward, because it just means that we open it up to so many more people. It's just wonderful to be here, and thank you all for being here. I can't wait till next year when hopefully we won't have quite as much social distancing and we'll be able to pack the hall again. So I think we're all waiting for that. Anyway, since Scott Littman and Dan Mallon showed up at the dean's office, I wasn't the dean then, I can't take credit for it, in 2005, and we launched the Minnesota Cup. It's really been so wonderful to see the powerful role it has played in nurturing and connecting the startup community in this state. As Neela Molgar of Deed put it so well, we are the largest statewide new venture competition in the country. I mean, it's just amazing to think that we've gotten there. And it's a program that is hopefully creating many startups, definitely contributing to economic development, creating countless jobs, and supporting really innovative and novel approaches to so many interesting problems. So the Carlson School of Management, through the Gary Holmes Center for Entrepreneurship, we've been running this competition for 17 years, but none of this would be possible without the participation of every one of you, all of the mentors and judges and foundations that support us. I mean, this has been it's a huge enterprise. And I have to thank, first of all, John Starvig of the Home Center for leading the Home Center for so many years, but also, really, this couldn't happen without Jessica Berg and Jamie Bartlett. So please, again, a big round of applause to both of them. And over the years, thousands of University of Minnesota students and alumni have participated in the Minnesota Cup. And that makes me so proud, just to see the impact that our great university has on this state as well. It's just a wonderful thing to be able to know that I have a job here, and this is what I love doing. And in 2021, despite COVID, despite everything else, we continued. And actually, three of our presenters today have an association with the Carlson School of Management. I want to make sure that you all know about that. First of all, Coravi Medical, which won the Life Science and Health IT division. It was founded by, already, Amy Garza, but she's also a Carlson MBA alumna. So very, very proud of that. Yay! Go Gophers! And Amy also recently participated in online courses which are delivering through our partnership with Deed. And the intention is to serve as a statewide education partner for Launch Minnesota, which is really to try and encourage entrepreneurs all over the state, in every corner of the state, to make progress on their businesses. The second business that is associated with the Carlson School is Towels. I need one of those. It won the general division, and it was founded by College of Science and Engineering alumnus Joe Mullenbach, but he was a student founder of an earlier business through a Carlson undergrad course. So just again, so proud to see another of our alums, in this finalist group. And then finally, of course, and this felt a little bit like I was at the Academy Awards when I kept hearing Tilo. Like, it's like, now is it the best director prize coming along? And it was wonderful. So Tilo was a runner-up, of course, in the student division, but it was founded by 4 students in one of the Carlson School's experiential entrepreneurship courses. So again, so proud of everything that our alums are doing and the connection with the school as well. Anyway, the pipeline, and this is not, this is just a small part of it, the pipeline really of technology businesses which are coming out of the University of Minnesota through MinCore, which is a university-wide partnership of the Carlson School with the College of Science and Engineering and the Office of Technology Commercialization. And that is led also by Home Center faculty member Carla Pavone. And that's also just wonderful to see this pipeline that's coming through. And we're also very excited that just 3 weeks ago, we're excited to announce a new $2 million grant from the National Science Foundation that will enable us to expand the MinCore program to engage more students and faculty from colleges across campus. So again, I couldn't be more excited about that. These results actually just, again, demonstrate the value of the kind of resources the University of Minnesota has. And that is also only possible through the support of this broad community of mentors and judges and supporters and all of the folks who are, contribute to the Home Center of Entrepreneurship and all of the educational activities we perform there as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't thank you enough for all that you do. And so at this point, I know we're all waiting to hear about grand prize winners and audience winners and so on. So I'd like to introduce our founders, Scott Littman, oh boy, I've got new, Scott Littman and Dan Mallon, of course, and whose volunteer leadership over the past 17 years has been truly the driving force behind the Minnesota Cup. I couldn't thank you folks enough. Come on over, it's all yours.
All right. Thank you, Dean Zahir, and appreciate all the support you've given the Minnesota Cup over all these years. So I wanted to provide a couple of quick observations about the program before we get to move on to the exciting thing, which is when Dan gets to announce our winner. So a couple thoughts. We've been on this journey for 17 years, and there's two things that always stick out. When we talk to the media, when we talk to sponsors, even when we are trying to bring people into the program, two things stick out. One is the idea, and the other is the money. And I just wanted to address those briefly. Because the thing is, in entrepreneurism, you hear people say, well, I had that idea. They took it to market and I didn't. Or if I just went after that idea, that's the $1 million idea. But the thing is, it's not just the idea. The idea is just a component. And so when we look at the businesses that have been recognized in the Minnesota Cup tonight, and when we look at the winner, the ideas are great, but they were in a field of great ideas. The other thing we see is there's business plan competitions where who can write the best business plan. But the business plan itself is just a component. And so while we need to see a good business plan and we need to see a good idea, what we're really looking for is those teams that have the combination of the idea and the plan and ultimately the ability to execute on it, the ability to make the great idea real and make a big difference. And so when we look at the businesses that you have seen, you've been introduced to this evening, as well as the competition they went against, it was a field of entrepreneurs with great plans and ideas that we believe they can take forward and make as the next Minnesota success story. Because ultimately, ideas are dime a dozen, but execution and success are truly hard to find. And that's what we're looking at this evening. Now, the other thing that has always stuck out has been the money. When we put together ads to promote the competition, there's $250,000 in prize money, there's $350,000 in prize money, there's $400,000 in prize money, and that always sticks out. And while I am proud that we have awarded millions of dollars over the years, what really gets me excited is all of the connections we've made where mentors that were assigned to everything from semifinalists to business finalists to the winners are creating enduring connections. I get excited when I see that a business that was funded had part of its pedigree that they were a division winner, or they won their, or they were a semifinalist, or that they succeeded in the Minnesota Cup. Because those rewards go to more than just the winner tonight, or even just the division winner, because we see many people that are finalists and semifinalists using that recognition to propel their business forward. And ultimately, we have seen over $500 million either in investment or exit events generated by Minnesota Cup companies. And that is something that scales and is truly exciting. So, With those as my observations, both the ideas and the prize money, I'm really excited for the group of finalists that are here tonight and ultimately our winner, because they have faced off against a gauntlet of tough competition. They have been reviewed by amazing review boards of business leaders and former entrepreneurs and investors and executives in the community to get to the point where the recognition they are receiving tonight is happening. And so with that, I, like everybody else, am excited to know who is the winner. And I'd like to introduce my business partner, Dan Mallon, to tell us that.
Well, since we're running so far ahead, I might just tell a few stories. All right. It's an exciting year. Once again, just congratulations to everybody. If you're in the room here, if you participated, Scott has shared how much you have already won. Leverage these opportunities, make it into the biggest and best. And while we have to select one winner amongst you, just remember you're all already winners, and prove us wrong. That's my goal. Prove us wrong. With that, we have a really special award this evening because our winner from the first time from the student category is Nano Dropper.
Huge congratulations to the Nano Dropper team. So on top of the $25,000 division winning prize that they've already secured as the student division winner, they are now taking home an additional $50,000 to invest in their business. Minnesota Cup takes no equity or any funding in exchange for that prize money that we give away. And so for any of the award winners this evening, know that we trust them to invest that money in their business however they choose. So that's a really unique part of what we're able to do, and we would not be able to do any of this without the tremendous time and energy, expertise, and connectivity that our volunteers bring to bear throughout the whole season, year after year. It is always remarkable to see how many judges and mentors not only return, we've had many people participate for that full 17-year run, and it is not a small time commitment. So I just want to shout out again how incredible that contribution is. And again, thank you so much to every single one of our our long list of division sponsors and lead sponsors. This prize money and the operation of Minnesota Cup is purely because of your generosity. And to have this type of legacy and be able to continue to contribute to the success of Minnesota startups is something that we are all extremely proud of, and it is a huge credit to these great corporations, grant-making organizations, and the University of Minnesota for continuing to invest and to pay it forward to build the next great Minnesota businesses. So thank you so much. Yeah, a round of applause is valid. I don't know if you can hear in the live stream, we do have applause in the room, which is really exciting. Certainly it's challenging to run what is a really social process in COVID times, but we're really grateful to everybody's flexibility, your willingness to tune in to the live stream. All of your support can really make a difference for every single one of these companies that you've seen on stage. Many of you are joining us through our live stream website, mncupawards.com. You can go there to learn more about our sponsors. you can learn a little bit more about each of the special prizes that was given away, and you can also get to know every single one of the 27 finalists that made it to the third stage of our competition. So you'll get to meet even a few companies that you didn't get to see pitch tonight. So please learn about them, follow them on social media, visit their websites. If they've got products to purchase, do it. As much as the money and platform that we can offer, it can be impactful. It is magnitudes more impactful if every single one of you who are tuning in and in the room with us tonight think about the way that you could support or connect or patronize the businesses of these wonderful early stage companies. So congratulations again. I am Jessica Berg. I am really grateful to lead the Minnesota Cup and just want to say good night and thank you to all of you.